All right, so here's our replacement shingle, and this is the area we're gonna try to do a repair. And this is another area right above, so that's why we chose this. And it's also facing the front of the house. So let's get it started. Another issue, as you can probably tell, is reasonably uniform appearance. Customer has informed me that he does want to at least have a reasonably uniform appearance. I informed him that Alabama is not a matching state with color, but he said he understands that, but he doesn't want it to stand out from the road. When you pull up, it looks like there's been repairs all over the roof, and I can understand that. So first thing is we need to find the edge of this shingle. So here's the edge. So this shingle is the one that's going to be replaced over to here. So in order to replace this shingle, we have to first lift up all of these tabs to remove the nails underneath. And then we also have to lift up these tabs to remove the nails under here that are going through the top of the shingle. So you not only have to remove the nails from the course above it, but you also have to remove the nails from the second course also. So this one has to be folded up in order to remove that. Same thing for every shingle on the roof. The ridge shingles are a little different. You'll have to remove the cap shingles instead of the second one, but that's an issue in and of itself as well. So it works. So let's continue with these, and this tool is specifically for roofing. It's called a Sidebar by Bully Bag and Tool Company, and this is a standard issue. If you go to the Hague Roof Inspector website, this is one of the things that's actually sold there and a lot of other websites. So just being as gentle as possible. See if you can zoom in on this area right here, because this is the make it or break it area. We're trying to break this seal here as gently as possible. And as you can see, I'm just barely working in here. And I've actually come through the shingle here just a tad. Being as gentle as I possibly can, but pop through the shingle there. The sealant is in such good condition and is so sticky, look, hole there, that it's not turning loose. It's not just popping loose like it ordinarily would. So here we've got mat transfer. You can see a chunk is torn out from the shingle above. Mat transfer, it actually tore completely through the shingle. Mat transfer here, that's damaged. At this point, I'm already damaging more with just the second tab that I'm removing. I'm gonna try it once more, and then I can't proceed any further. I'm doing too much damage to the peripheral shingles here. So let's see. That stuff is really stuck under there. I already got more mat transfer. Trying my best to stay as close to the shingle below as I possibly can without just rubbing my knuckles raw. All right, so mat transfer, mat transfer, mat transfer, mat transfer. This shingle above is completely shot. It's almost tore through to the other side here. It would be nothing for my finger just to go through that. All the sealant has been transferred from here to here in all of these areas, plus chunks of the mat in these areas. So since this shingle is already damaged, let's just go ahead and do the third tab here. That one actually popped loose okay, but we still do have mat transfer here and here. A chunk pulled loose here. And you can actually tell this shingle has already blown up in the past. That's probably why it was so easy to come up. It's getting ready to start creasing up. As you can tell, it has water damage to this nail here, a little bit of rust on this nail, which means water intrusion. Water's getting under the shingle probably during the storm, you're getting some blow up, and it had actually just resealed today because it's pretty warm out here today. And so it had sealed in this area. But when I went to pop it loose, either this mat transfer was already there from the wind damage, or it occurred when I tried to pop it loose. At any rate, the shingle is damaged, whether from wind or from the repair attempt, it's damaged. And I don't think we need to attempt to do any more. We're going to cause a lot more damage here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just cut this shingle and lay it up here just for appearance sake, and take a couple of photos from the front lawn, just so you can see the appearance from the roof if it were in fact repairable, which it's not repairable. From my 20 years experience, this isn't repairable. All right, one thing we discovered was that the shingle that's on the roof is actually an old English cut and measurement that doesn't exist anymore. So the current shingles are actually, the tabs are about an inch wider. Every tab is about an inch wider. So these shingles are just simply not repairable. We can't cut these down in the field because it changes the placement and the size of these. Since each tab is longer, it's these water grooves, how they're designed, it isn't going to function properly. So if I were to replace this shingle here, it shifts this water groove over too far here. The manufacturer says that the water groove has to be center of these tabs, and so if you have a shingle that's not the same dimensions, it isn't going to work properly. So this vent here, like I said earlier, has some pretty bad damage from the wind blowing the patio furniture up over the roof. It just kind of toppled over the roof. So we've got nicks and scratches everywhere in this area. But these specific shingles here that I have marked with chalk are the ones that have to be manipulated in some form or fashion to get this vent up and replaced. So all of these shingles around it here are complete shingles. So this shingle goes from here to here, and this shingle goes from here the rest of the way. This shingle goes to here. This one goes from here to here, and then the rest of the way out here. This shingle steps over, goes from here to here. This one on top goes from there the rest of the way out, and then the tabs of the shingles above just have to be broken to get the nails that are underneath out, so we can get these shingles out in order to replace the flashing here around this vent. Is all one unit. So in order to replace all of that. So I just wanted to kind of give you a quick explanation of why all of these shingles have to be manipulated here. It's in order to replace this vent, those shingles have to be either nails pulled out or sealant broken, the seal broken and the tabs lifted up in order to get the nails out. So then up here at the ridge, we've got these couple of different places we have broken tabs near the ridge. And so in order to replace this shingle goes from here to here. So in order to replace this shingle, we've got to first remove the cap shingles, which means they're lapped this way. So that means we've got to take these shingles off, these cap shingles off, all the way down to where the ridge starts. Because the way they lap over the top, you can't get a nail. Look at that. You can't get a nail far enough underneath here without damaging these shingles. So pretty much from here all the way down to the end has to be removed, because you've also got this little shingle above which goes from here to here. That has to be removed also in order to get the nails out from underneath the tabs. So that's the process for replacing one shingle here near the ridge. So I just wanted to give you an overview of that as well.